What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and I'm here at the monumental, historic Bruce's Beach in Manhattan Beach, which is being returned to the descendants of Charles and Willa Bruce, who purchased this land in 1912 and had it taken away by the government in 1924 through eminent domain. Let's get into the history. So this property was purchased by Willa and George Bruce in 1912 for $1,225. They developed it into a beach resort that was frequented by African-American celebrities and normal folk alike. Now, the residents of Manhattan Beach didn't love it too much, and they began to put up 10-minute parking and no trespassing signs. Finally, by 1924, the city of Manhattan Beach claimed eminent domain and took the land away. Terrible. So when Willa and Charles Bruce bought the land, there was immediate backlash and vitriol from adjacent property owners who were mostly white. It was such a big deal that it was headline news citywide. However, the Bruces defiantly established the resort and named it for Mrs. Bruce. The development included a bathhouse and dining house for black people, whose access to public beaches at the time was highly restricted. Given the segregation practices that restricted most beach access for blacks in the city, the new resort was welcomed by many who until then had hardly had the chance to experience the area's coastal beauty. Bruce's Beach thrived, becoming a community pillar and gathering place. However, the same racists that formerly tried to keep blacks away from the beach kept severely harassing the Bruces, resort visitors, and black homeowners. There was even a KKK standoff at the beach in 1924. Though the Bruces and their patrons, quote, maintained an enviable reputation and Christian conduct, the city of Manhattan Beach bowed to public and racist pressure and confiscated the land in 1924. Under the pretense of building a park, the city razed all the buildings in 1927 and transferred it to state control in 1948 without having done much of anything with the land. In the 1960s, the property, which had been vacant for decades, was finally made into a park, first called Bayview Terrace, then Parque Culiacan. In 1995, the state transferred the land to LA County. In 2006, Mayor Mitch Ward, Manhattan Beach's first and only black elected official, led the effort to rename the park Bruce's Beach. On Juneteenth in 2020, a commemoration picnic was held at Bruce's Beach. Kavon Ward, who is a Manhattan Beach resident, staged the event to draw attention to the seizure of the land, and she told a reporter that the goal was to use a policy to deed the land back to the Bruce family. That led to a snowball effect where the LA County Supervisors, the California State Senate, and finally Governor Gavin Newsom approved the motion to pass the land to the legal heirs, Willie and Charles Bruce. Finally, on June 28, 2022, the city of Los Angeles returned the land to its rightful owners, the descendants of George and Willa Bruce. Far too late to right a wrong, but a step in the right direction for Bruce's Beach and the people of Los Angeles. All right, LA, it's been a minute.